I'm Chase, and this is my 2017 Road King with a 107 Milwaukee-Eight. And this is just going to be a quick video. I want to thank Shadetree Surgeon for planting that seed of getting a Road King. Man, that bump was so bad. My ass didn't come off the seat, but man, road bumps are getting pretty bad around here. I think it's because it's temperature change, but it turned off my cruise control. I'm wondering if one of my wheels left the ground. My ass didn't leave the seat, so. But anyways, I want to thank Shadetree Surgeon for kind of, I don't know, planting that seed for the Road King. Honestly, I never would have considered one of these. And after looking at, you know, so many different motorcycles, I mean, I was also considering an Africa Twin. I did consider the Pan Am. I thought about it, I really did. Because, you know, I got that 1.5 miles of gravel road with, I don't know what it is, 50-degree inclines, 40-degree inclines. I don't remember which ones they are. I think they're about 45 degrees or 50 degrees or something along those lines. They're not horrible, but you can't really tell. I've you know, gotten video of them. Man, yeah, these bumps are definitely getting worse. Turn off my damn cruise. But anyways, you can't really tell on a GoPro how steep a hill is. Well, maybe if you see it from at the bottom of the hill before I get going up. If you see it there, then yeah, maybe you can tell. But yeah, Shadetree Surgeon kind of planted that seed. Honestly, I hadn't even thought about a touring bike because I wasn't sure. You know, honestly, why anyone would want one? I mean, when you can get a Dyna, I mean, I looked at the Softails, but I didn't like how hard they were to work on. Or didn't seem to be a lot of room to maneuver tools or your hands around in. And I got 2 meat paws, so trying to jam my hand into some little tiny place like that just seems stupid. So the Softails were pretty much a no-go for me. I didn't want anything to do with them. And really, I wasn't sure about the M8s, and then I started watching those Shadetree Surgeon videos of, you know, that Road King, you know, Road King Kong, and man, that bike, it was just something. I don't know what it was about it, but I liked it a lot. So that kind of planted the seed for me to, you know, maybe consider this type of bike. I wasn't sure I wanted a bike that was this big, though. I mean, man, it's heavy. I mean, was it really going to be that much better? I mean, the engine, was it going to be much better? I mean, it couldn't be much better than a twin cam, really. I mean, how much better than a twin cam can something be? I mean, twin cams are, I mean, there were some pretty good bikes, you know, some pretty good motors. But after seeing Shadetree on that Road King that he just that Bert's Barracuda, Harley-Davidson, whatever, Bert's Harley-Davidson, they just gave it away. They raised $271,000 for Forgotten Angels, which is also very cool. But yeah, seeing that and how nice it was to ride and travel on, and man, he definitely whooped on it quite a bit. That kind of got me thinking, maybe I should check out one of those touring bikes. And honestly, my first choice was going to be the Electric Glide, the new one, with the Batwing fairing, but no stereo, because I don't really need a stereo. But the steering on it, the steering felt, I don't know, heavier. I think it's just because there's so much extra weight on those forks. and I don't know, it just felt off. Plus I couldn't see really up close in front of me, and I want to be able to see as far as I can in front of me. So as close to that front wheel as I can get. I mean, if I lean over, I can pretty much almost see the front wheel. On that bike, that's a no, and definitely not on the road glides. But yeah, it just made me consider another bike. Like I've said before in a bunch of my videos, I mean, I've had an Italian bike, I've had a Japanese bike, but I always, you know, I just kept coming back to Harley. This is my fourth Harley, I think. Yeah, 2 Sportsters, an 883, a 1200, my Dyna 103, Mary Jane, and now my Road King, affectionately known as Alice here. I've had 6 bikes, and I mean, this is definitely the biggest bike I've ever had by far. So I hate to say this, but this is definitely my favorite bike I've ever had. I knew it would be comfortable, but I didn't think it would handle as good as it does. And honestly, I did not think it was going to have, I thought it was going to be like kind of slow when compared to my Dyna. And I mean, you're talking about 100 extra pounds with only 4 extra cubic inches, but I didn't take into account, you know, the extra valves, how fast it would spin up, the balance of the motor. I mean, it is just a better bike all the way around. So I didn't think that about the Softails compared to my Dyna, but this is a better bike than my Dyna all the way around. But yeah, I'd like to thank, you know, Shadetree Surgeon for, I don't know, getting me to try something new. But let me know if anyone's ever influenced you into, you know, getting a bike. Now, granted, Shadetree Surgeon isn't the first one I've ever seen ride, you know, a touring bike. You know, I've got friends and family, you know, they were, you know, into, you know, Harleys and stuff like that. They've had touring bikes, you know. So it's not like this is the first time, but I never really considered one for myself because it just didn't seem like my kind of bike. But after seeing, you know, Shadetree Surgeon on that bike, man, it was just something about that bike, and I liked where the bars went to, and I wasn't sure that I wanted one because I didn't like where the bars were on most of them. I didn't realize, you know, I wouldn't have to change the bars on. I thought, you know, I never actually stopped to look at one a whole lot. I thought I was going to have to take the bars and completely change them out, but that's not the case. You just roll them up a little bit and man, they're perfect. So this will be likely to be my last video for this year, so, or at least for 2021. Now, you're probably seeing this in 2022, so. But anyways, like, comment, subscribe, flick that ding-a-ling to be notified of any new content I come out with, and bye, y'all.